What's going on, y'all? Got us some rain last night. Look at that. Anyway, check out this turf type tall fescue. I do have a little bit of KBG in there, or Kentucky bluegrass. And today, I want to talk to you about something that I use all the time here. And it's not the same reason as everyone who use it, but it's a plant growth regulator. And in case you don't know, I am in Texas, and yes, I have a cool season lawn, cool season turf type tall fescue grass in Texas, which is almost unheard of. But the deal is the cultivars have been genetically modified to allow this to happen. Now for me, I am in a race, and the race is time, because what I'm trying to do is develop the deepest, strongest root system I can before the dog days of summer. So the goal is how to get this thing to survive. And one of the things that I use is earlier in the season, which is now, I'm using a plant growth regulator. Now the plant growth regulator, it is going to inhibit the hormone gibberellin, which is the hormone that tells the grass to grow taller, to reach more sunlight, to get more chlorophyll production and all that other stuff. But they have found a way to inhibit that hormone. And since the gibberellin has been inhibited, all that energy still needs to go somewhere. That energy still needs to be, you can't just stop energy, it has to be transferred. And consequences of that is that it transfers into the crown and the root system, and it kind of grows more fatter. And some people will say lateral when you're talking about like a Bermuda lawn, for example. So the grass will get a lot denser and thicker because it's not wasting energy on trying to grow tall. So everything else is amplified. So that's why I like to use the PGR, because that's enhancing the growth of what I need for this grass to be able to survive the onslaught of heat that is about to undergo. So don't get me wrong, the PGR had other people, they use it for other reasons. One of them is literally just not having to cut the yard. You will not have to cut this yard or your yard. It'll cut the time in half. If you cut it once a week, you do every 2 weeks. If you cut every 2 weeks, you'll do once a month. And actually, I don't cut this grass. I stopped cutting it around June, like end of June, July. I usually don't cut this lawn until September, October-ish. But anyway, that's another reason why people use a PGR, is to save the time from cutting the grass. Another reason that I use PGR is I use it for weed control. A lot of people use it for weed control because one of the things that it does, it's when it makes the grass grow thicker, it shades out a lot of the sun, and it's too much competition for new seedlings to grow from a weed to get established. Another thing that the PGR does, because it's keeping the grass from growing tall, that it also is it suppresses the grass or the weed or the plant ability to grow seeds. So here we have poannua. Now this poannua is going to be dying once the weather gets warm anyway. However, with a PGR, those seed heads wouldn't be there. So if I had already had the PGR on here, those seed heads, you wouldn't even see the poannua. And for some reason, the Poa annual does not like the PGR. So it usually dies. So yeah, believe it or not, you can use the PGR as a weed control mechanism or chemical. And the maintenance of your lawn is also can be enhanced or less maintenance when you're talking about a PGR, because you can have grass that's growing in between a fence line, for example, a grass that's growing somewhere that you don't want to keep coming out with your weed eater, and it's going to save you a lot of time with that aspect because you're regulating the growth of it. So we're in the cooler season right now. It's about to warm up a little bit. We got some other stuff coming up with this. We got some fungal stuff that we need to talk about. Need to get you ready for the fungus season, so to speak. And we're gonna cut this thing right here, get some PGR out on it, try to get this grass up and running so it can be lean, mean by the time the summertime gets here. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys in the next video.